Yo, what's up guys? Today we got another video. Today we're doing anime characters if they were one of the 7 warlords from One Piece. Now real quick, first thing we're going to do is we're going to recap some of the warlords I did back during the Yonko video I did. First of all, we got Buggy. I made him, what's his name, King from One Punch Man. We can go over why I made these comparisons. I've already went over that last video, so we're just gonna get through these. Got Mihawk as what's his name, Kojiro Sasaki from Fate. He's got Jill from Fairy Tail in the crocodile position. Technically those two weren't Yonkos, but they're a big part of that crew or whatever. Anyway, like I said, you've seen all those guys in the Yonko video. Moving on to our first new one, we've got in place of Boa Hancock. In the One Piece world, the most beautiful woman in the world, I picked an anime character. Not that I think it's the most beautiful anime character ever. There's a lot of characters you could say. I didn't want to start like a big argument. I feel like some answers to that question would start a big argument in the comment section, which some people like, but I don't. So I picked Pagunodo from Hunter x Hunter. I feel like that's a neutral enough answer that no one like people would maybe disagree with it, but I don't think people would get up in arms about it. So that's what I went with for this one. I got a couple of different ones here. I think they all turned out pretty good. I think I just want to get a couple different looks. For this video I want to get a couple different looks for each character. So overall I think this one turned out pretty well. Now in place of Dofi, I got Griffin Minos from Saint Seiya. Like I said, I got a couple different ones just to get a different look. The comparison between the two is they both have kind of similar abilities. Their personalities aren't really similar at all. Their abilities are kind of similar. They have this, Dofi has strings. He kind of has a string-like ability as well. If you've seen Saint Seiya, if you haven't, you should watch it. It's the best show ever. But I wanted to make kind of some deeper pulls on this one. Anyway, speaking of strings and puppets or whatever, I got Sasori from Naruto in place of Gecko Moria. Again, personalities not particularly similar. Moria uses those shadow kind of puppet things. Sasori uses puppets. That's pretty much, like I said, I got a couple of different looks for each guy. To be honest, I just couldn't think of anybody that really compared to Moria. I don't know. I couldn't think of a good comparison. So this is the best I could come up with. Speaking of not having a good comparison to come up with, for Law, I picked Toto from Jujutsu Kaisen. The comparison is that he's also smart, and he can make things switch places, which actually it's a better comparison than you'd think. Initially you'd think that they have nothing in common, but they have a couple of things in common. Also, their biggest thing that they have in common is that they try to act cool, but actually people hate them. Like people don't like them or whatever. I don't know. Next here we got Piccolo in Jinbei's spot. The biggest similarity is that they actually kind of have like some personality traits that are kind of similar. They're both not human. That's one thing. And now if you watch the Yonko video, you'll notice that I picked what's his name? I picked Goku for in Luffy's spot. So just like Jinbei ended up joining Luffy's crew after he was a warlord, Piccolo, if you watch Dragon Ball, ended up joining Goku's crew. So there's kind of it's a callback 1. There is some similarities B. So I think Piccolo was a good pick here. Piccolo was a good pick. puns. Next here, dude, some of these I just couldn't. I just went with the first person that had the slightest similarity that I could pick. Yeah, so in place of Kuma, I got what's his name, Minato from Naruto. Again, there's abilities kind of similar. You know, Kuma's paws can make people teleport. Minato can do teleportation with his technique, kind of. It's a Luffy. You gotta stretch. It's kind of a stretch, but also they sacrifice for their kids. Spoiler alert. If you're not caught up with One Piece, but I mean, you get it. If you get it, you get it. So yeah, it's like a very thin connection between the two, but it is what it is. And the picture turned out looking pretty cool. Also, I forgot to get the full picture. It was fun. Now the last one, if you're keeping track, the last warlord that we have to do is Edward Weevil, which a guy probably has. I probably have about as much screen time as Edward Weevil does. I don't know anything about the guy's personality except that he's kind of stupid, I guess. A little slow maybe. Is that basically he's kind of like a disappointing version of a disappointing version of his beloved father. So the person that made me think of is Boruto from Boruto Naruto Next Generations. Now, I like Boruto. I actually love a lot of people are going to hate this. You thought the freaking Parkanoda thing was going to get some people hating on it. Freaking, I like Boruto. I like it a lot, but I know a lot of people do hate it. And the beginning of it it's not great. But later on, it really does get good. And I think the peak of Boruto is as good, if not, honestly, I could say it's even better than the peak of any other parts of the Naruto franchise. That's just me. That's just me personally. I think people overhate on it. But, yeah, that's all I got. What do you guys think? Which group do you want to see me transform using characters from other anime next? The next one I'm thinking about doing is doing characters in Jujutsu Kaisen style, but giving them what's it called, like domain expansions or something. Maybe I'll do something like that. Maybe I'll do like the Naruto Hokage's different anime characters. Let me know in the comments what if you guys are interested in something like that. I mean, these videos the last two ones I've done is kind of done well. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great rest of your day, you son of a